Oh man, bassheads, I just love spending time with you today. Uh, and I just figured it'd be cool to do some string changing with the gang. With the gang. So if you're around, if you're not working or anything like that, come on in and kick it. You got a bunch of other stuff running in the background, and we're gonna close. Got to finally got to the point where there's like a lot of crap on my computer that I need to get rid of. Anyway, gotta keep the bed in check. My string of choice, especially over the last year or so, has been the Dunlop hybrid nickels. And these guys are it's nickel, hybrid nickel over stainless steel. So people have asked about my strings. I'm not talking to you, Siri. Jesus. I've been using the Dunlop nickel strings for many years. There was a 3-year period where I have very, very sensitive skin, but I never had a problem with my strings. And then I got to this period where I was like, my hands were just getting torn up, and going back and forth to the doctor. I have eczema, but I'm going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth to the doctor, and they don't know what's happening. And so I was playing a theater production, and it was so bad. It was so bad on this hand. It was so bad that I had this. I put this ointment on my hand, and I had a latex glove on. You know, I wasn't trying to bite off a Scott Divine. And the trombone player in the pit asked me. He said, "What are your strings made out of?" And I said, "Nickel." And he says, "Dude, you're allergic to nickel." I had gone back and forth to the dermatologist. The dermatologist, they knew what my deal was and all that. Never said anything. So a trombone player in the pit hooked me up. And what happened was, this was like 2013, something like that. I wound up changing my diet quite a bit, and the problem went away. The problem, for the most part, went away. But in that time, I had started playing steel strings, and I just do not like steel. I like the brightness of steel, but I did not like the feel. I don't like the feel at all. And so that just wasn't going to work for me. I mean, it was so bad that if I went, every time I touched my instrument, I was hurting with this, this allergy. Now, you'll notice that I don't have a pretty way of changing strings. I know some folks got these pretty systems. I do not. I've been changing my strings on my lap my whole life. Just like this. And for you 5-string folks, changing that 5th string is Patrick from London. What's up? Are you playing a Springsteen? Yeah. I got flats on the P bass. I got flats on the P. Back from round 2. What's up, Tiny? Yeah, man. I got a thing later, and the last gig I played. Man, every time I think about that last gig, it wasn't my last. Well, my last gig was the Saturday before Malcolm Jamal Warner passed, and I was texting him on the way to the gig. And what's funny is DOA Allen. The last thing I shared with Malcolm was Bobby Sparks version of DMSR. And Blues Journey, what's up, Germany? And what was I saying? Yeah, I had shared the Bobby Sparks version of DMSR with Malcolm, and then the other day, DOA Allen for Boogie Wednesday posted, and he also knew Malcolm. So he posted, like a play along. And I was like, did you play on that? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, bro, you're not going to believe this. That is the very last text. The very last text I had with Malcolm Jamal Warner was that DMSR. Now listen. Once that what's going on with that string there? Once I get that G string on, we good to go. What is happening with that? Yeah, these strings are just gone to me. I like the hybrid nickels because they are like the best of both worlds. Those steel strings die so fast to me. They don't feel good, and then they die super fast. I don't like them. I don't like them. We'll turn that down so we don't get. But y'all talk to me though while I'm changing these strings. Do I stretch them? Sometimes. I mean, a little bit, but like, I'm gonna play these later on. I mean, I'm playing tonight, so I got a late nighter tonight. I mean, like I said, I understand that, there's cats out there that they take their strings off, they go to polishing their bass down and wiping it down and all that stuff. I don't really do all that. I mean, I do sometimes. What did I do just now? Running my mouth with y'all. I am a little bit OCD about how they coil on the peg. I'd be wanting that to be a certain way. So that's me. Good enough for government work for the moment. So what is your tuning preference? B-E-A-D-G. 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 Yep. Standard tuning. I don't do nothing. I don't do anything that requires funny business. Oh, by the way, now I had to order a new power supply for my pedal board. Again, these are the I'll link them after I'm done, but the Dunlop hybrid nickels is what I'm using. Layered twin alloy bass strings, 45 to 125. This set of hybrid nickel strings taps into the unique sound and feel of both nickel and steel, with a nickel outer layer that provides a big, punchy low end and an inner steel layer that puts your groove front and center with an aggressive mid-range. Under your fingers, they are comfortable to play from tone to touch and you won't find a more exponentially balanced set of bass strings. Okay, that's good marketing, but that is what I find with them. Steel on the inside, nickel on the outside, which is what I was getting to earlier. As far as the power goes, I had to change my power supply. I'm waiting for it to come in, but this is my latest pedal board setup. This is the latest pedal board setup, and I think that this is probably going to be my go-to pedal board setup for a while. So what do we have here? We got the AB switch because I still play synth bass. I still play like for real synth bass. And so this true bypass, road rage, AB switch, tuner, compressor, octave pedal, the new MXR bass synth, and envelope filter. For the stuff I do, this about from my sound, this is about all I need. So when I get the new power supply that is appropriate for for that's gonna power that board right, I'll do an updated pedal board video. I'm not always the tidiest fellow in the world, I can admit this. But you see these joints right here? Let me tell you something, man. When I was younger, I would change strings and I would cut these things off and lose track of them. And if you've ever had one of these in your foot, buddy, let me tell you, this right here is just hell on earth. One time I got one in between my toes. Patrick says, I've gone Fractal FM3 rather than the pedals anymore. But that MXR, the MXR pedal is dope. I ain't gonna lie, Patrick. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's dope. I'm still, oops, I already cut that. I was about to see talking to you, Patrick, but you're distracting me, bruh. I am not in the camp that believes that it's a one-to-one replacement for an actual synthesizer. For various reasons, that is no shade at all to the amazing job that they have done. They have done really an amazing job with that pedal. But as far as like being on my pedal board, yes, for sure, it's gonna stay on there. Robert Bradshaw, where have you? My bank account thanks you. You tell your bank account you're welcome. Yeah, I think it's a dope pedal, man. I used it at a wedding. And I only played it on about 4 tunes. But every tune I played it on, like when I first kicked it on, the first song I played it on was dun 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 dun. I don't know what's gonna happen to you. Shake your body down to the ground. And when I did it, everybody looked back like, hell yeah. So, it does it definitely does what it's supposed to do. You see with these strings, they don't they aren't like out the box, They aren't out the box like some strings just be like, ugh, here I am, I'm a brand new string. These strings aren't really like that. I mean, they kind of like that, but they ain't, they aren't like, here I am string, hear me roar. I mean, they sound like new strings for sure, but get rid of this. These guys right here have done their duty. Salute to you. Salute. Ugh. Get us an E string in here. Let's see. Get us an E string. This is where I always, because I honestly do not like to cut off a lot of the string. Now, one of you experts, you tell me your thoughts, but I always like to have as much of the string left as I possibly can. Ross, what's up, Ross? Ross is down here with me. What's up, Ross? Ross says, just put a set of these on one of my basses. Not quite sure what I think. They have a nice balanced sound, but yeah, man, seems to be more subdued in the high end, less new string zing. Yeah, for sure. Now, Ross, you can speak to this because we're in the same location. You know, the humidity out here, man, is a bear when it on strings. I mean, we got moisture in the air, so strings, you know, can have. I want a string that's gonna have, because of the way that I play. I do want to have that I want that life to last as long as I can. But now some guys, a lot of guys, you know, could go flats forever or dead strings forever, like my man Thomas McDonald. You know, I think Thomas probably got 20-year-old strings on his basses, and his action be high. His action be like this, to me, for my taste, it's high. But have I heard of Aurora strings? I have not. I have not heard of Aurora strings. Now, here's what hard-headed is. When you have a string winder, a speed winder, like right in front of you, but you twist them by hand. That is what you call hard-headed. But it's probably because I like to make sure that string is sitting. You know what I'm saying? That's me. That's me. I like that string to sit. Loop real nice. You dig? Okay. There we go. I'm not OCD about a lot. I'm lightweight OCD about this, though. I'm lightweight OCD about this. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Nice and neat. Robert Bradshaw. I chop off the length of my cutters and it gives me about 3 turns of the tuner. Yeah, I feel that. I be wanting a little wiggle room. Somebody sent me a message on Instagram yesterday, asked me about my action, and he asked me about string spacing and pickup height. Man, let me tell you something. I'm not even embarrassed to say I don't know nothing about none of that. I like my strings low. I like them low. That much I know. Ross knows about Strange Guitar Works down in New Orleans. And the last time I had this thing like officially set up, Ben Strange did it, and Ben does amazing work. Now I'm gonna tell you a story. I actually have an endorsement with Dunlop, Tiny, but thank you. I've been using Dunlop strings since 2007. Now I'm gonna tell you something about this bass. This is a custom Marco that I've had since 2018, and it's got the Prince inlay right there. This bass has been through some things, boy. You see this? Now, something happened with the truss rod in this bass. And then Ben had to like take the whole neck apart, and they had, I mean, it was a whole bunch of stuff that they needed to heat it up for a minute. At Son of a Bass is my Instagram handle, Patrick. They had to heat it up, and they posted pictures on Instagram, and Aaron had like a hammer and was taking it, pulling the neck. Oh, it was, because it's an absolute one of a kind neck. And look at that bird's eye. I mean, this is a one of one. It's weird not having that. That's weird. That's hella weird. Playing a five. But what's cool, I think, even with that other string on, there's no buzz or anything like that. That's cool. It's the little things that get this man excited. Yeah, Patrick, that O2 Arena. I saw Prince maybe 30 times somewhere abouts when he was alive. Yeah. There's that new string. That new string zing. Let's go on and get old girl. Sassy Frassy. Let's go and get her fully dressed. She's not ready for the ball. She's not ready for the ball, y'all. Ross, are you still here, Ross? Ross, look at this, bro. Look at this. Look at this. Ain't that sexy? I need to go on and get some new power though. I ordered some new the new power supply off of Reverb. Now this one I gotta reach around. Okay. There we go. You ever cut off too much and you're just like, yo, what did I do? I didn't do that just now, but I said this is my method. It's a little bit, it's a little bit I know this ain't how you pros do it. It's how I do it. Nice and clean. Ross, where you playing at tonight, man? Where you playing out in the city? You got to be playing somewhere. Ross is one of them keyboard players that stepped in the bass lane. He's a badass keyboard. One of the first keyboard players I played with when I first moved back to New Orleans. Let's see what we got here. That's what I'm talking about. Sexy, sexy. Yeah, I ain't using the string winder. See, because if I don't use the string winder, I can get in there and make sure my joints is. You see, that's how I like them. Dude, there's another Ross. I definitely got you confused. My bad. You see, this is what I like. That's how I like them. Like that. That's me. Now we'll do a little tug, a little tug and roll. Keep it clean, fellas. Y'all remember this? Excuse me. Remember when everybody was playing this? playing that? Lost without you. Can't help myself. How does it feel? Know that I love you, baby. That album was dope though. The what's that boy name? What's that dude's name? Robin Thicke. Oh, you know what? Hydrosynth. What's that? Tell me what that is. Hydrosynth. Say more about that. Robin Thicke, man, I don't know. Robin Thicke. He was married to that chick. What was that gal's name? What was that woman's name? I did some background work on a show called Sacrifice a few years ago, and she was the lead actress on that. And they had a rap party at the end of the show. Richard Roundtree was in it. Shad, may he rest in peace. They had a rap party on the West Bank, and it was like in the hood, you know. And what was that girl's name? I ain't gonna look it up right now, but I'm gonna make sure that I have all this stuff out the way so I don't step on anything. Toss that. Quadrosynth. I'm not hip to the quadrosynth. It's time to go to Google. It is time, ladies and gentlemen, to go to Google. Let's see. Man, I can't let y'all see my YouTube algorithm. It'd be all like true crime and stuff, and so I'd be like a little bit embarrassed to show you. Oh gosh, I'm a sucker for true crime. I said crew time. Oh, you're talking about those, the Elises. Dude, I had one of these things. I had one of these quadracents back in the day. I had a QS, I want to say QS7? I really want to say it was a QS7 something. Hold on. What's up, Flea? Yep, it was a QS7. I did have one of these. I owned one of these guys. Yep, the show did. Can you guys hear the system audio? Hold on a second. I think let me know if you guys can hear the synth, the synth, can you? I don't know about that, bro. But, yeah, I used to own one of those. I owned one of those for a long time and got rid of it back when I was like flipping a lot of stuff for different bases. Hang on a second. And I'm gonna have to depart from y'all in a second, but Hydrasynth. Ross says Hydrasynth. This is a plugin? Oh, what's this? What is this?
Hello. ASM's Hydrasynth has been out for 5 years at this point.
5 years at this
point. Hydrasynth is quite popular. And in this video, I'm going to show the Hydrasynth doing some of those things that I think are why.
Huh. Interesting.
Now, I was hired to make this by a company called Source Distribution, who I used to work for. And 5 years ago, I was...
Bro, man, these English accents, bro. If I had one of those, I'd be dead. I'd be out shit killing them, boy. I love. All right, I'm gonna stop. I'm being silly. I love. Hello, love. When I was working in Bangkok, one of the singers was from Manchester, and I went. And Thailand is. I was like, as soon as I got to Thailand, I was like, man, I'm from New Orleans, and I thought, okay, Hydrasynth is a hardware key synth. Oh, yeah. So when I got to Thailand, I was like, I'm from New Orleans, and I never thought there was. No, Patrick, you can't stay quiet. You can't stay quiet. But no, I was like, I never thought there was a place that was more hot and humid than New Orleans, besides maybe hell. You know what I mean? And then when I got to Bangkok, I was like, nah, Bangkok, Thailand is hotter and more humid than New Orleans for sure. But I was enjoying it, going around doing the things, and I go into rehearsal, and she's like, oh, you look brown. You look brown. You look brown. I was browner. Anyway, I just like saying that. Patrick, don't take offense. You look brown. I was playing synth stuff with my Future Impact and C4. You know what I want to get my hands on? What I want to get my hands on, and I've been talking to my guy about this, and maybe it'll happen, is I want to do like a comparison of the MXR bass synth and the Anagram and what the Anagram has in it. The Anagram looks really, really really nice, but expensive. Hydrasynth is a hardware keys synth. Ross, you got to drop a link, bro. You got to drop a link. Oh, this guy. Okay. All right. I see what you're talking about. This guy. Is that what you're talking about? Oh yeah, Houston is hot too. I haven't been to Houston in a long time. I got family in Houston. Houston, y'all are wild down there too. Houston be wilding. So Wayne, like if the anagram is over $1,000, I mean, how many things does it do? I mean, that's what I would think about in the price point. Would it replace an entire pedal board? You know what I mean? And then I'm always like, well, what is it that you're trying to do? What sounds are you trying to cop? Blah 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 blah. So I mean, for some people, it may be just fine. So maybe just fine. Dude, so I was thinking, and I was telling you guys this, I was saying this in the live stream earlier, and I'm going to start going live a little bit more often, but I was saying in the live stream earlier that I've had a YouTube channel since 2005, right? I'm like really one of the first people on YouTube. But this past 365 days has probably been my first year. My first real year on YouTube. So I'm like, there's things that I'm still, that I'm still learning, and I think discovery is in doing. That low B string, man. Now the low B on this is not as good as the one on the mic low, and I think it's probably because it's got that extra half an inch. That's what she said. Patrick Delaney. Patrick, should I go check out your channel right now? Is that what you're telling me I should do? Is that what you're telling me I should do? Ross says, can't really compare the future impact to the anagram. Yeah, so that what you're saying right there, right? Ross? Can't really compare the future impact to the anagram. The future impact is an analog synth in pedal format. For oscillators, the whole synth works. Anagram is a bass multi-effects, apples to oranges. That's where I'm, and listen, I'm no synth expert, okay? I'm no expert on anything. I feel like I'm a smart guy who knows a little about a lot. Oscillators are what makes synthesizers go. And, I just don't, a pedal, a synth, I'm going anyway. Patrick, you can't stop me. You look brown. Stupid. Let's see this future impact. Now, somebody asked me to do a comparison with this one too. If somebody sends me one, I'll definitely. This is the problem I have with a lot of demos. This is the problem. No shade to this guy. I don't like that shot. I'm uncomfortable with that shot. So we're just gonna. God, I am so 7th grade this morning. Almost afternoon. I don't like cats be playing.
Everybody.
You hear the tracking right there. My guess is that this guy's a guitar player, not a bass player. I'm not insulting him. My guess is that he's a guitar player. I be wanting to see demos, man, like from bass players doing bass player shit, you know. I be wanting to see. Yeah, leave me a link, Ross. Put the link in the chat.
Then input level, and then this is the dirty part. So as we scroll, you're going to notice this disappears. So that means
another thing that a pedal has to be in my. I had a great conversation with Mel Brown last week about pedals, and I didn't know that Mel was like so. I need to try to have him on a live stream or something and talk specifically, because this is a guy who really knows. And he done played with some of everybody. So, you know, I defer to a cat like that for power and functionality and all that. Did you leave a link, Ross? Zachary Reiser demo. Hang tight. Zachary Reiser demo, Future Impact. Yo, if y'all haven't subscribed to the channel, do your boy a favor, man. Hit that subscribe button. Don't cost you. Oh, look at this. Let's see.
Hi, Zach Reiser here.
Hey, Zach. Hey, Zach. How are you? You know what? I'm using Ecamm Live, so in the interface that I'm looking at, I'm not seeing the link, but you typed it in, so I think this is the one. I think this is the one you're talking about. This is the one, right? I keep getting a pop-up that's saying that the system audio is muted. I don't think it is.
The bass effects review video. Today I'm getting into the Future Impact bass synthesizer pedal. This is a sequel, if you will.
Let me tell y'all something. I'm going to tell y'all one of the dumbest things I ever did. I had somebody from... Gosh, who makes... I'm silly, man. Or getting old. Who makes the anagram? Anyway, I had got asked to do a video. This is a few years ago. And the payment for the video was going to be a Dingwall bass. But I just wasn't in the headspace. Just a whole lot of things. So I said, I think this guy would be a better guy to do the video. And he got the Dingwall. I gave it away to somebody else. Dark Glass. That's who it was. Dark Glass. I was supposed to do a video for Dark Glass. And I just wasn't like, it was a crazy time. I was sick and blah, 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 blah. A whole bunch of crazy shit going on. Anyway, A fellow musician out in LA just purchased anagrams and he swears it's a game changer. Yeah, I mean, you like what you like.
Okay, now that's kind of pointless because almost every sound I'm going to be showing has nothing to do with my dry bass.
I tell you what though, in the field, I ain't trying to do none of this stuff. One of the things, I can't remember what Mel was talking about, but he was talking about something where you had to like, and it might have been this, it might have been a Future Impact, where you had to have your computer hooked up and you had to like dial in all these sounds and blah, 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 blah. I be wanting stuff where I could dial, if I got to dial something in or change something, tweak it, I can do that on the fly. No. Hold on. Fleece says there's an echo on the... Hang on a second. Let me see if I could change something here real quick. You adjust it on the fly though. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Fleece, let me know if there's still an echo, bro.
You're both of these presets have had a little bit of my dry bass in there. Let's go to Deep Impact Emulation number 3. This one's got a lot of dry bass, almost like an M filter. Number 4.
Does the system audio still have an echo? I just changed something. That's interesting. Because I never had that problem before. Let me see. Let me see something. And I love hanging with you guys. I'm really enjoying I'm really enjoying hanging out with you. I do need to hop in, Hold on a second. Let me see. Check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Turn that off. Let's see. That is something I just intentionally turned on. Let me turn it off. Let's see. Sorry guys, if it's bearable, let's just roll with it, okay? Is that cool? Yeah, it's probably in his video.
Number 7.
Yeah, see, all this stuff, like, none of this stuff is, like, for me, I mean, just wouldn't, like, that wouldn't be the thing that would get it for me. I mean, it's cool. It just wouldn't get it for me, though. It is nice to see a guy playing the bass. Like some demos, tell me if I'm tripping. Like, some demos are like, it's almost like the player feels like they have to show more of their playing prowess than the actual product. You know what I mean? Am I tripping? Or do you guys find that as well? Like, I really be wanting to hear. I want to hear, like, the real blue collar stuff, the real world stuff. That's what I be wanting to hear. That's me. Oh, you know what, too? Sigaboo's supposed to be sending me a track to record on. All right then. No, man, I'm feeling the MXR. Whoa, wasn't expecting that.
All right, let's see. This is 3 different square waves, detuned, different pulse widths, etc.
Okay, let's see what you talking about these oscillators.
All right, let's see. This is 3 different square waves, detuned, different pulse widths, etc.
See, you see that tracking? You hear that tracking?
And then finally, this is just a ton of waves. Squares, saws. I think there's 3 or 4, maybe even 5.
Yeah, the MXR, man. I think the MXR is rocking, bro. I think they did. I think they did something really special with the MXR. And I'm gonna tell you what I think is probably the most special thing about what makes this pedal unique is that sub oscillator. The only other synth pedal that I own and owned is the Digitech. The Digitech. I'm all tethered. Which is just a nasty. It's a cool synth pedal, but that thing ain't usable in the field. Because as soon as you kick it on, all your booty's gone. Your booty's gone. One of my favorite things to say for like I played with somebody that they just like really played good. I was playing with this cat TJ who I'm playing with tonight. I said, "Boy, turn around." He said, "What? I said, "Man, you got some ass left? You played your ass off tonight." Let's see. Any chance for another MXR in-depth demo since a lot of bass heads have them in now? I'll do some more. I will do some more content. If you guys go to grooveschool.co/store, you can find the synth bass cookbook, and it's got a link to a video playlist that does some, and it's only $7. It's only $7. So Wayne, you got your MXR just recently, right? You got your MXR just recently, right? Got booty. Ooh, that sounds like another shirt. And you've been playing it. You've been playing with it for a while. What's your gig on Sunday? What's your gig on Sunday, bro? Can I teach Strawberry Letter 23? Not at the moment. I can play it. I think I'm gonna play that tonight. I haven't played the Zon. The Zon. What's the model number? Zon. It's a synth pedal. Hello, my love. I heard a kiss from you. Red magic sat and playing here too. All through the morning rain, I gaze. The sun doesn't shine. Rainbows and waterfalls run through my mind. In the garden, I see on birds and river cousins dressed in green. Pretty music I hear, so happy and loud. I was echoed from a cherry cloud. Oh, the Zons! If you try to ask, is it cool? Is it cool? If you arrive and don't see me, I'm gonna be with my baby. I'm free, flying in a arm. I'm trying to remember the words. Over the sea. When we recorded this from my record, I'm telling you right now, Shuggy Otis was high as a kite when Fire to Put Out. Yeah, you guys can come by anytime today or early next week. Shuggy Otis was high as a kite when he wrote that. I mean, the words are insane. Like what are you what on God's green earth are you talking about, bro? Do any one of you guys sing that when you play? Any of you guys sing? There's a song by Eric Clapton that is called Old Love. I want to learn how to sing that and play. This guy, Michael McDonald, guitar player in New Orleans, he's it's great. It's great. This man says, "Hello, my love. I heard a kiss from you. Red magic satin playing it." Let me put these lyrics on the screen. This is crazy. This is nuts. This boy is nuts. Nutso. Nutso. Y'all see them lyrics? Hello, my love. I heard a kiss from you. Red magic satin playing it too. What does that mean? All through the morning rain I gaze. The sun doesn't shine. Rainbows and waterfalls run through my mind. This is part true. In the garden, I see west purple shower bells and tea, orange birds and river cousins dressed in green. Pretty music I hear, so happy and loud. Blue flower echo from a cherry cloud. This is when it starts getting real good. Feel sunshine sparkle pink and blue. Break gowns when I laugh. If you try to ask, is it? This is hallucinogenics, no doubt. This is hallucinogenics. This is what that is. I'm gonna be with my baby. I just want you guys to know that I have an album. I have. It's temporarily not on Spotify, but this is my album. And thanks, Allie. Tamar Gillette is singing this song, and I think we killed this song.
Rainbows and waterfalls run through my mind. In the garden I see west purple shower bells and tea, orange birds and river cousins dressed in green. Pretty music I hear.
Pretty music I hear. But I like, I wanted to make it my own, so instead of I thump it. I gotta listen. I have to show you guys a picture, if I could find it, of my Uncle Joe. And there's, yeah, Monday is cool. And the reason is because my Uncle Joe is, this song always reminded me of my Uncle Joseph. And he would play this. He drove a Chevy Nova, and he would play this song. And I could, back in the days in New Orleans when like Decatur Street was like the red light district. That's another story. I don't think anything nefarious was going on, but you know, listen, it was back in the days. And I remember just riding with my uncle and hearing that song. And he used to call, when I first started playing bass, he used to call me Thunder Thumbs. But to me, he always looked like Louis Johnson to me. So, dang, I wish I had a picture of my Uncle Joe. He was just the coolest cat. There's this picture of him in Oakland. He was like holding up the Black Power fist. And I can't find it. Maybe some other time I'll share it with you guys. I think it's a really cool photo. But there's that little cute fucker. Look at him. Look at him. Isn't he? Come on. Come on, man. Get out of here. Y'all ain't know nothing about the vest? What y'all know about the vest, man? Oh, there's pictures of my ex-wife. No comments there. Oh, look at this. Purple Rain World Tour. When Doves Cry. Yup. In the garden, I see. Patrick, I'm going to check out your YouTube channel. Oh, y'all don't want to miss this. I'm about to kill him with this. Ooh. That's your boy back in the days when I had hair. You see that? Look at that. That's when your boy had hair. I loved that hair. The days are long gone. So is the hair. So is the hair. So is the hair. I wish I could show you guys. I wish I had this picture on deck of my Uncle Joe. It's like so. Oh, there it is. There it is. There's my Uncle Joe. Isn't that the best picture? You can't really see him, but look at that. That was my inspiration behind Strawberry Letter 23. Later, Patrick. Ooh. How does that go? How does it go? Ooh. It's a tricky line. It's a tricky line to play. Okay, I got other stuff I got to do. Y'all got to do. But check it. If you are so inclined, Bandcamp, there's this record. I'm really proud of this record. A lot of good stuff on this record. This first song has Dr. Fink and Levi Caesar on it. Cursor's not working. Anyway, I'm out of here, y'all. Appreciate you hanging. No more live streams today, I promise. Peace. Have a good weekend.